Every parent wants his or her child to do well in life. Even the worst of people hope for the best for their kids. However, the rich do not just hope for their kids to turn out better. They constantly arm them with information that sets them apart. If you have kids or are looking to have one in the future, then this video is for you. Learning the lessons in this video will even be of benefit to you regardless of your current financial situation. For wealth to stay and grow in the family, the rich teach their children some lessons about money when they are still young. These children learn firsthand how to make money, thus giving them an advantage in life that many don't get. Today, we get to explore 15 lessons rich parents teach their kids that the poor don't. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below. Thank you. Rich parents typically prioritize having early conversations with their children about the worth and significance of money in their homes. This introduces the idea of value in exchange for services to children at an early age. They are exposed to home costs and put in scenarios where they rapidly learn that earning money is much harder than it appears. On the other hand, the poor never discuss money at home. It's usually a secret how much the parents make or how it's spent. Children only hear about money when their parents are bickering about how little they have, or when their parents say they can't afford to buy them something. It's important to start talking about money and instilling the right habits at a young age. In addition to teaching kids how money works, rich parents teach them the difference between an asset and a liability. They understand that your spending habits can have a significant impact on your wealth creation. Thus, they make certain that their children understand which items will add value and which will detract from them. Simply put, an asset generates income while a liability generates expenses. The issue here is that the poor never recognize what constitutes a liability. For instance, your home and the car you use to go to the shopping mall are both liabilities. They do not bring in any money for you, but they need money to run. The same is true for your new iPhone, expensive clothing, flat-screen television, and everything else you bought without giving it much thought. The wealthy devote all of their resources to accumulating additional assets. Assets that will, later on, fund their luxuries instead of their income. They buy houses to rent, invest in promising businesses, or even publish a book. The rich are always looking for avenues to increase their wealth, and that is what they teach their children to do the same. Growing up in a rich family has its perks. Good food, spectacular holiday destinations, private club privileges, and good schools, among others, are all available to you. You get to enjoy the best things in life, and most importantly, you are not bothered about basic needs. This sounds great, right? But as a result of this experience, kids often feel entitled and stop appreciating their amazing lives. The children of the wealthy are taught that while they have an advantage in life, the road ahead is long, and they must keep their attention on progress rather than just keeping up with the pace. Their decisions will determine their level of success in life. Inheritance can only take them so far. These days, we live in a society where patience is in short supply. It's like nobody wants to wait for anything. In today's environment, food, sex, and entertainment are not hard to come by. But creating wealth takes more time than ordering food or finding a date. It takes years of working smart and hard. Poor individuals are trying to get wealthy fast, to win a large sum of money or to inherit property. We have this misguided notion that those things will change their life in some way. The irony is that even if they get their hands on a lot of money, they aren't educated enough to know what to do with it and end up blowing it all up. To protect their kids from going down the same path, rich folks teach their children not to expect immediate results, but to make long-term investments. Developing their kids' long-term thinking skills is a primary goal for wealthy parents. The rich share with their children the significance of looking beyond immediate gratification and focusing on future goals. Habits are incredible, and once you recognize how important they can be, your life will change. According to studies, it takes about 21 days to form a new habit. One can essentially form any habit just by pushing through the days. The wealthy use the power of habit to grow in life, whereas the poor develop bad habits that endanger their lives. The power of habit is an instrument. What you feed amplifies. While the poor pick destructive habits, it is obvious that the rich prefer to engage in wealth-creating activities every day. The rich instill in their children habits such as saving, personal hygiene, healthy eating, and showing respect to others. And the best way to teach children these habits is by practicing them yourself. Children often learn more by emulating your actions than by following your instructions. What have you believed about money? Do you believe money is bad and that having a lot of it makes you evil? Unfortunately, many people have come to believe that money is the root of all evil. The Bible never said that money was the root of all evil. Rather, it said that the love of money is the root of all evil. People who have negative thoughts about money only make money to survive. They think that problems increase as you get more money, and they have no desire for it. They see the rich as obsessed with chasing more money, but this is far from the truth. The rich see money as a means to get what they want. They don't worship money, but they know that money is good. It gives you more options in life. How to earn more money is among the most crucial skills a parent can impart to their child. When the rich need money, they don't think about cutting expenses. They would rather increase their income, and this is what they teach their kids. Cutting your expenses and daily spending is a short-term solution, whereas increasing your positive cash flow is a long-term solution. Poor people constantly prioritize cutting costs to the point where life is hardly worth living. Instead, the wealthy focus solely on their earnings. If you significantly increase your income, you will still have a sizable amount of money accessible at the end of each month. Best-selling author and millionaire businessman Robert Kiyosaki said, "Money doesn't make you rich, knowledge does." And we have found this to be a true statement. Many people might disagree about this, but it's a fact. Money is a manifestation of the knowledge you have. The money you have today is a result of the knowledge you might have obtained years ago. We get hired based on the knowledge we have in a given field. But going to school or reading books is of little significance. The goal is to become valuable and exchange your skills or expertise for money. The idea of raising their children to be valuable adults is not something that the poor think about. Instead, all they focus on is how to make more money. They are therefore unable to impart this knowledge to their offspring. There are many ways to become wealthy, but in all paths, you must provide something of value that people are willing to pay for. Never work for money. Instead, letting money work for you is one of the basic financial principles that everyone should abide by. This is the fundamental way to become wealthy. Regardless of how many MBAs you have, how many books you have read, or the number of conferences and seminars you attend, you can't get significantly wealthy if you don't follow this rule. The wealthy invest their earnings in order to increase their wealth. These days, starting a business is not that difficult. With less than $100, you can launch a startup, but be prepared to work though, because nothing comes easy. Most people can have other businesses running while they focus on other jobs. The rich can convey the concept of passive income to their children and teach them how to use the money to generate more money for building wealth. Have you ever wondered about how to make money fast? Should you get an extra job, start an e-commerce business, or go into real estate? Well, you are not alone. Many people have asked these same questions over and over again. Many self-made millionaires seek out problems and devise solutions for them. They either solve a big problem or solve a problem for a lot of people. People are always looking for ways to solve their problems and will pay you to do that for them. The wealthy train their kids to think in terms of problems and the best ways to solve those problems. You solve a problem when you remove pain, obstacles, or challenges from people's lives. Also, you solve a problem when you make something better, improve, or make something more efficient. Rich people teach their children to celebrate their success and never apologize for what they have achieved. But they must value everyone and know that though money can get you numerous things in life, it can never buy a clear conscience. Many wealthy people have experienced what it is like to have nothing. So from the early stages, rich people teach their kids about humility and respect. Money is a means to solve problems, be comfortable, and not worry about things you want. It does not make you more important or better than others. A boss who is humble and treats others with respect will earn the admiration and loyalty of his or her employees. Treat people like less than human beings, and they will sabotage your business. Famous author and leadership expert John Maxwell said, "Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time." Creating wealth is never instant. It's a journey that requires consistent effort. Giving up is not an option for the rich. The rich teach their kids to be diligent in everything they choose to do. They must approach their duties with commitment and dedication. Little good habits formed over time will reap enormous benefits. The poor are not concerned with being consistent. They start something today and give it up the next day. Everyone has ideas. However, only the one willing to be diligent in pursuing his or her ideas will win in life. So there are two kinds of debt: good debt and bad debt. When the rich use debt to create wealth, it is termed good debt. But when the poor use it to pay for liabilities, it is referred to as bad debt. Some people choose to avoid debt altogether. Wealthy people learn this truth early in life. If you know the difference between the two, you can make institutions make you richer more quickly. It all comes down to what you are using the debt or borrowed money for. The poor borrow money to pay for their needs, while the rich use debt to invest in assets. Banks and investors are willing to provide money for projects as long as you can demonstrate that their money is secure and that you can repay it. Successful people are interested in how their children interact with others. In the early stages of their kids' lives, they make it a point to socialize with other children. You shouldn't underestimate the importance of having a friendly conversation with others. When you are friendly and cordial with people, they can trust you more. You will meet more people and have access to more opportunities. Engaging and starting a conversation with people is not taught in a classroom, but can be learned there. Rich people encourage their children to make friends and make sure to take them to outdoor events, where they will have the opportunity to interact with different people. In the future, when they go out for business gatherings or conferences, those socialization skills they learned as children will come in handy. There are so many distractions in this world. If you are not careful, you will waste a significant portion of your life doing things that will be irrelevant in a few years. The rich know the value of time and use it wisely. They avoid watching TV too much, talking endlessly, and having late-night parties. A distraction is not only something bad, it could also be something good done at the wrong time. Reading a book is good, but when you read while you are supposed to be working, it becomes bad for you at that moment. The rich train their children to maximize their time and not waste it on frivolous things. Poor people are not concerned with maximizing their time. They mostly care about what will entertain them and make them happy. So there you have it, the 15 lessons rich parents teach their kids that the poor don't. Let us know what lessons your parents taught you that have been beneficial to you. For more on wealth creation, check our video about 10 things poor people do that the rich don't. Also, be sure to give the video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more insightful future videos.